What's going on, LEGO Maniacs? Welcome back to a brand new video. I am ZacATK. Today we're going to be doing another LEGO vlog, and we're going to be building a couple things here in the LEGO City. Behind me I have the BrickCross station I'm going to be building today, and yes, today I promise I will be giving status updates as I am building this set. I promise. No, I promise I am. I got you there. So we're going to be taking the construction scene that I have going on here in the LEGO City, and I'm going to be, I already have that Mills plate ready, so I'm going to be taking this set and building it onto that Mills plate, and I'm going to be moving that to the LEGO City. So that's what we're going to be doing. There's a handful of things I did in the LEGO City off camera. I went ahead and added as many poles, light poles as I could. Actually ran out, so I need to order some more, and probably need to really consider if I'm going to be Mills plating the rest of my train tracks, which is going to require a pretty large pick-a-brick order, which I'm trying to see what will work out better, having the train tracks not millsed and having them lower than the actual Mills plates themselves, which I think kind of works out in the grand scheme of things. I'm not sure how that will look. I kind of have a good idea of how it's going to look in the city with the smaller train station that I have, but I'm still debating on what I want to do, because the train shed being lower and being not the same level with the rest of the buildings, with the door being lower, kind of throw things off. So I may have to consider changing that and trying to figure out what I can do to make that work. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the build here of BrickCross Station, and we'll do some status updates as we go along, and I'll show you the build so far and what I think about it. To start out with the build, we have everything unboxed and laid out. We have bags labeled 1 through 18. We roughly have about 3 to 4 bags per number, and then we have a couple additional bags here with some large plates in them. Now, this is my first BrickLink set that I've built, and so I was kind of surprised to see there was not a base plate included. I was kind of banking on having a 1.5 base plate present, but there was not a half base plate nor a full base plate present. We do have a full sticker sheet here and no instructions, but we do get this placard here with the information of the designer here and a QR code in order to download the instructions. So not having a base plate is kind of lame. I'm not sure if that's normal for BrickLink sets. I guess they expect you to provide your own. I'm not sure. But that's not really a big deal, as I already have one kind of made up. But I do like to, whenever I make Mills plates, I do like to get sets that have base plates. You know, normally they do. And so whenever you get the base plates after you made up a Mills plate of your own stuff, you kind of replenish your stock. So that's kind of a bummer in my book, but not a big deal. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on with the build. All right, we have the base layer here done, which wasn't too complicated. I had to swap out the dark stone gray with these light stone gray to match the roads in my city. I am going to leave this here the same color as the instruction, just to give a little bit of difference and texture here in the city. That way, a little bit different. And I didn't have enough of these ingot pieces in the light stone green color swap out anyway. So I think we'll just leave it how it is. But so far, it's a really simple build. I'm using an old iPad here to put the instructions up. That way I can capture or look at all the instructions, and it's not too bad. Pretty good instructions, LEGO quality for sure. And I'm just sitting here chilling out and watching a Christmas movie here while we wait, or while we build rather. So that's cool. All right, so we have gotten the base layer, I believe, pretty much wrapped up here, and so far it's been a pretty good build. I've gone through, I think, 5 bags now, bags 1 through 5. And let me just kind of show you the base layer here, and there's a great deal of detail work has gone in on this bottom layer here, which I really love the tile work. It really adds to the train station vibe, and there's a whole lot of other things I'm going to show you that I really like. So you can see lots of really nice tile work here, lots of details. I really love the texture here leading up from the sidewalk to what I believe will be the cafe that's going to go right here on the side. I really love all of this detail and just the textures and different colors that you can have here. And then the stairs going up here are very nice, very beautiful. I love the steps and how they're made. Very nice. And I did, like I said earlier, convert this to where it matches the rest of the sidewalk in my Lego city, which I really like. I may go back later and take these out and replace them with solid 2x2s, as I do need a handful of these in my inventory back, so I may swap these out if I can. And just overall, it looks really, really nice. The other side here, and on the Mills plate here, it's really solid, so I'm pretty stoked about how solid this feels on a Mills plate. But let me just show you the details underneath here, which there's going to be some details I believe are going to be added in addition to this, so that's nice as well. I really like the detention detail for something you really wouldn't look at. And we have a nice little line here for the platform, which is also very, very nice. Overall, so far, I'm really enjoying this build. Ergo, missing the base plates and all, but that's okay. All right, a bit of an update here. We have the first layer of BrickCross station here done, and it is coming together very, very nicely. I love how the station looks so far. I like the symmetry here. It looks really, really nice so far. The minifigure so far has been strewn there out. I have a couple that I probably should place here and there. I'm going to stick this guy right here like he's about ready to walk into the station here. Lots of really nice detail here. I can really appreciate the amount of detail that's going into this building. And I know it's going to look good in the end, but I have some questions about it so far. Like, I don't remember the back of it looking like this from the pictures, but you know, we'll get there. I know it'll all come together, but it looks really, really good. I just really appreciate this detail, and I'm just give you an update on how many movies I've watched while building this. I've watched 3 so far, so I'm definitely getting into the Christmas spirit even more by watching even more Christmas movies. In fact, I've pretty much watched every single popular Christmas movie that's came out in like the last 35 to 40 years. So kudos to me, I guess, for the Christmas movie marathon and Legoing at the same time. So just it's a really beautiful build. I love all the details on the inside. And one thing that I noticed that I really hope more Lego modules adopt is the swing door access. That's just super nice. I love that. I wish more modulars would add this and incorporate that into the build. Lots of plate work. Oh my goodness, so much plate work in this build. Just layers and layers of plate you would not believe, but it all just makes a really nice result. Alright, so I've made a little bit of progress since taking a break. I had to take a break for a couple of days because I was sick, and I'm still kind of sick, but we're wrapping up the home progress here of BrickCross Station. I have probably 9 or 10 bags left, and we are currently on bag number 13. So let me show you a good bit of progress that I've made on the second floor, and there's just a lot of details and sticker work that has come into play here that has really flushed out a lot of what's going on toward the second floor of BrickCross Station. So let me show you that real quick. So as you can see here, we have come up on the second floor here. Lots of windows with the little lattice pieces in them. Some sticker work here with this train station sign listing all the different trains that are coming. Some additional sticker there with News Brick there, and we have a pianist down there playing the piano with a neat little piano build there. And then over here we have another stickered piece which it says the end of the Dark Ages with a red brick on top of it there. And then a little bit here in this side cafe right here, which is nice. Some bottles and some glass and whatnot, and some really nice work over here. This, I'm not sure how this is going to flow into another building, so I'm not sure how this is going to go into the park. This may be the portion that probably won't face the park, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to build something neat to go on this side. But a very beautiful build right here. I really think that something right here needs to be about the same level. That way it makes a little bit of sense there, but I really like how that looks. Up front here, we're steadily flushing out the front of the build here. More lattice windows, some greenery here, and I'm assuming some signage is going to go right here. Really nice front here. Just go ahead and preemptively placing some minifigs here based where I think they should roughly go. And then if we move the building over here, we can see up top here this really nice kitchen that has a lot of good details. Some more bottles, a coffee maker, a sink, a skillet, and then an oven with a range, just really nice details. And we have a door right here that opens up that goes out onto this platform that goes above the main platform right here, which is pretty neat. So really nice detail work all around. And the second story here is getting finished off here pretty soon, and I'm thinking that the roof will be in the next handful of bags, which I'm excited for. So I'll give you another progress update as we get closer to finishing BrickCross Station. All right, we are down to the last 2 bags. That's bags 17 and 18 right there, and here we are with the last little bit here where we're going to be building the roof of the BrickCross Station here. And this part was a really fun blast to build. I love how this top of the it's like a greenhouse, kind of reminds me of the old sitting areas at Wendy's in the 90s, but these little windows can fold open, which is pretty nice, and I really like that feature. It adds a nice little bit of detail here. And the roof line is absolutely gorgeous. I love the roof line in this set, just really pretty. The last 2 stickers were up here up top, and those mirror on both sides. Nice little gold work here with these little accents pieces here on the side. And the roof up here I really like. I like this little small steeple build. It kind of reminds me of an old church I used to go to a long time ago. And then the other side here is finally closed up. I love how this is finished. That way, if you are not going to butt this up against something, it has some nice detail work and just really opens up very flawlessly. I wish more modulars had this style of dollhouse style opening on the side. So we're going to be wrapping it up here with building the roof, and I'm not sure how many more instructions of the booklet are left, but we have a good little bit here to build. We need to add a couple of things, and we'll check in one final time with the end of the video and placing it in the LEGO City. All right, so I have BrickCross Station here in my hand, ready to go into the LEGO City, and I'm pretty stoked about this because this is one of those builds where I kind of was really wanting to put this in LEGO City a long time ago, but I don't really get too oftentimes to build large sets like this, and so this is kind of an exciting time for me to be able to build something this large and put it into the LEGO City, and I'm pretty happy with this build. This is a phenomenal build. The only thing I didn't like about it was the roof design. I was like, what is this? This is kind of crazy. And so being able to put this inside the LEGO City is pretty rad. So I like this build. It's a really fun build, and I'm pretty excited to do this in LEGO City. So let's go ahead and place it in the LEGO City. All right, so there it is in the LEGO City. There's definitely some adjustments that are going to need to be made. Obviously, I didn't plan on certain things being present, but that's okay. But I like that the park right there, that looks really nice, super duper clean looking. And I think the fence actually right there being closed off does make sense. Whether the park will be there in the end game, not sure, but it does unfortunately interfere a little bit. Oh, not really. I mean, I could move those trees around if I want to, but that actually works out. That's actually a pretty good thing. I can just move the trees out of the way and open it up and get access to that still. So that's kind of a win-win right there. And just for scale here, I'm not sure about how low that sits to the ground, so we may end up mills plating all the train track after all, but it does look pretty rad, I have to say, right there in the city. Definitely adds a good chunk of detail right there, that spot. It was missing quite a bit of detail, so I'm pretty happy with how that looks right there. And once I get this corner cleaned up and all that, I can do a little bit of posing with different things here. And definitely right here on the corner leaves some desire placement for other builds that could potentially connect here, maybe like a larger something right here in the corner here. And once I figure that out, we'll get there. So whenever you place stuff in the LEGO City as you're building, you really need to, it really gives you the opportunity to be able to really flush some stuff out and give you ideas for future builds. So I'm pretty excited about all that. So this gives me plenty of time and plenty of ideas to work on some stuff here. So that's a huge plus. But I love how this looks, and I can go in and make some adjustments here and there and try my best to really make this work in the Lego City. So that's really, really exciting. And just adding this building alone added a good chunk of much needed just filler. I mean, this part of the city was very empty looking, but now it's very full. And so I have plenty of ideas now for what I could put right here in this corner build, in this little corner section right here. It's going to be a challenging build to build something in a corner and a roughly in this right here. So I'm not sure what I can put right here, but I have ideas, and it's going to be a challenge to build something in a corner, but still something very nice can definitely go right here. So I'm happy with BrickCross Station in the Lego City, and I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below of what you think of BrickCross Station and what it's done for the Lego City. Well, that's all I have for you this time, LEGO Maniacs. Next time, let's do a year-end review and an overview, rather, of the Lego City and all the things that I've done to it, and just all the progress we've made in the Lego City this year. It's kind of crazy to think that this year's just about wrapped, and I'm pretty excited to get it rolling here in the Lego City. But anyways, it's been a blast. It's definitely been a blast, and I'm excited to see what we can do in 2026. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to smash like and subscribe for more videos. I will see you one more time this week before Christmas. So until then, friends, keep building, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.